Guys, please stop asking what job should I apply for. Apologies for my terrible handwriting. I do understand why you're asking these questions all the time. What job should I apply for? Because simply, well, what's wrong with that asking those questions? Because I'm just looking for a job, so I'm just asking you what job should I apply for? Or because you're so frustrating after multiple rejections and failure of the job application process, you just want somebody can give you perfect answer that's gonna maybe fix all your problems. Or maybe you have hopes and dreams that someone's gonna just give you a job. Let me tell you, here is the truth for you. There's no such a perfect job or job title that's gonna magically fix all your issues and problems. But also, most importantly, realistically, there's no such a job that is going to just be automatically land on your lap. Okay. Now I know I sound quite critical or cruel, but I really want to help you out with this truth because I think there are much better questions you can ask to people that's gonna actually help you to move forward for your successful career. And I personally think that asking these questions, what job should I apply for, is actually one of the wrong questions that's going to actually hold you back. If you're not still convinced yet, I want to tell you why this question is not going to actually help you to move forward for your successful career. Reason number one, the fact that you're asking this very obvious question like what job title should I focus on, what job should I apply for, is sort of telling me that you haven't done enough market research to really genuinely understand your industry. I do understand you may be in the situation where you're still studying and you are a student, so you might just to challenge back to me and saying, "Hey, Mooney, I'm not in industry yet, so how can I possibly know about all this stuff? Like, I'm still I don't know what I don't know. So what I mean by saying I need to know about my industry." I'm not asking you to be an expert level of amazing person to know everything's that happening in your industry. But what I mean by saying that simply you demonstrated that you have done some research. You have made some efforts to really understand what's actually out there in your chosen area of industry, such as, okay, what sort of basic research have you done so far to really have your opportunity awareness around some of the common job roles that exist in my geographical locations? Are you able to name different types of companies that actually exist in your area? I don't know, like how many companies names are you aware of in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, right? Or maybe in your home country they may have some global offices like that. And are you able to also articulate different types of industry sector that are available, banking sector, health sector, I don't know, supply chain sector, or whatever sectors? But also, are you able to articulate different types of workplace environment, like work non-for-profit organization or small medium-sized company, or maybe there are certain maybe government jobs that are available in your chosen industry, or are we talking about more multinational companies? So are you able to simply make the list of those companies and organizations that actually in your industry, right? So that's what I'm talking about here, market opportunity awareness. And reason number two, let me be super upfront with you. The truth is that nobody can make your life decision for you. Your mom and father can guide you. Your career coach can give you some guidance on how you should navigate your options. But the truth is that no one can make decision for you. I know that sounds quite cruel and you might be upset about that, but I'm genuinely telling this one to help you out because the example might be you're not going to walk up to the job interview with employer sitting in front of you and you're not going to ask employer saying, okay, is this the right job for me to apply? Do you think I should apply for this job? You're not going to ask those questions to employer, right? Then you're out because again, it's sort of showing that your lack of opportunity awareness around what do they do, who they are, okay, what are the main business challenges, problem they're trying to solve, and how your skill set strengths going to best align with the types of job you're applying for, right? But also, Oh, I can give another example here. Let's say that if I tell you, hey, I think you should be an accountant because I feel like you're gonna be good with that job. If I say like that, are you gonna be excited about it? Okay, Mooney said that I should be accountant, so I should be accountant. You're not gonna make decision like that because simply somebody feel like you're gonna be good at that, right? That's not a really best way for you to make some informed decision about your future. If you're not still convinced yet, here's another fun example that I can give you. When you are going to the restaurant and then you're not gonna sit down there and then speak to the staff member and say what should I eat, right? Of course you can ask for their best signature and their best menu, things like that, but they don't know what types of allergy you might have. They don't know your mood on the day and your tolerance of the spiciness in the food they're serving, and they don't know if you're vegetarian. I don't know. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that career success is not about you chasing for the perfect job title you should focus on. Instead, you really should put your energy, effort into showing your curiosity to understand what's actually out there in your industry. So how you can do that? I'm gonna help you with some of the good question you can actually ask, okay, instead of what job should I apply for. By the way, I'm not trying to say that what job should I apply for question is a bad. Of course you can ask this question, but I'm trying to help you with a strategy on what are the better, much deeper, insightful question that's going to help you to really build your opportunity awareness around your industry. That's going to help you to succeed, and that's going to help you to become much competitive candidate into the sector you want to get into. Okay, so bear there with me. So what are the good questions you can ask yourself? um, Number one, actually you gotta ask some honest questions to yourself first before you reach out to people and then asking what job should I apply for. So the types of several questions you really want to ask to yourself. Now this may take some time, but this is an ongoing process. The question you want to ask to yourself first: what am I good at? Right? What am I actually good at? What my strengths are? If somebody asking you about, tell me about your top three strengths. Oh, I haven't thought about those questions yet, right? This is actually quite one of the most difficult questions to use yourself. So, what is my strengths? And what am I actually good at? What are the okay? If you're maybe students, okay, I've been studying these subjects, and what are the specific knowledge that I have been building so far? What is my skill set that I've been really making so much great efforts to actually build on, like, right? And who am I, right? Like, what is really important to you? Like, what sort of your personality types that's gonna help you to find some such a right types of environment that you're gonna really be good at for your future career options. So you gotta sort of start exploring those questions to yourself first before you maybe applying for jobs. Because at the end of the day, you gotta find some good opportunity that's gonna actually align with the skills that you have to use in the job so they can perform, right? So it all starts from understanding what you're actually good at, who you are, and what skills that you already have. So these are the one of the most fundamental questions you want to ask yourself first, okay? And second, if you do want to reach out to career coach, career advisor, and asking for their help, I want to introduce some of my favorite questions that I get from my clients. So and hear me out. One example could be, "Hi Mooney, I've done some research to better understand about the industry that I'm interested in, which is the banking sector, and I'm really after some opportunities in Melbourne, and I think based on sort of, I guess I've done some reflection about what am I actually good at, and I see myself that I'm really good at like analyzing data, and I really love communicating with the people in verbal situation, but also in writing. So yeah, I see myself I'm really good at data, analyzing data, and communicating with people. So based on sort of this basic research that I have done so far, can you just do work with me to explore, figure out what are the best strategy that I can work on to maximize my chance to get my foot in the door? Another question that I love hearing from people is this simply, hey, I just want to be competitive in my sector. So can you work with me to better understand what are the strategies that I can actually implement? Right? Yeah, so the truth is that you want to be a competitive job candidate. So how can I be competitive, right? So in this in my industry. So that's one of my also another favorite question that I love hearing from people. What else I can tell you? Yes, also another question that I really love hearing from people is this. So Muni, how can I actually better understand my industry? If you simply don't know how to understand your industry, it's okay, just ask. So how can I better have opportunity awareness about my industry? Can you walk me through with that? Or I really want to build genuine connections with industry people because I really have curiosity. I'm really curious about what's happening in this industry. So can you just tell me about how can I go about building some meaningful connections with industry people? Now you can see the different types of questions, how you can actually craft those types of questions, right? Now, if you are talking to employers or industry people, here are my recommendations of the types of questions I want to ask them to make really good impression. Again, instead of, hey, employer, can you tell me what job should I apply for? Instead of that, you can ask those questions. Hey, employer, I understand your company has many success in hiring international graduates. So can you just walk me through what are the common career pathways of those international graduates have followed in your organization? Wow, you're asking me about what are the common career pathways that all these successful candidates who are working in my company, you can see this insightful question you can ask the employer like that, right? Or you can even ask question things like, uh, can you just walk me through what are the key skills that I actually require for me to really prepare myself to be a competitive candidate in your sector? So these are the questions that really making good impression on you do have genuine curiosity to understand my industry and my company and my organization. Another question you can ask the employer is that I'm just really curious, what are the key business challenges that your department is facing? What are the key things you're working on? What are the key priorities on your department? Because I'm just really in the process of understanding my industry because I spent 3 years studying in these subjects. Now I really want to understand about the real world problem and challenges, right? So these are the questions you can ask to make really good impressions to understand what's actually out there and have a really better knowledge, opportunity awareness about. If I can summarize what I spoke to you so far, is this. Number one, I did explain to you about why asking this question, tell me what job should I apply for, is actually wrong questions. I did try to explain to you why this is actually a wrong question for several different reasons. One of the reasons is the fact that you're asking this very obvious question is the way you're actually demonstrating, proving yourself that you haven't done enough market research to really understand about your sector, your industry. And I did also try to explain to you, I did also explain to you about what are the simple things you can do about it to really demonstrate your opportunity awareness. Things like what roles are actually common, what common career pathways people follow, and what is the real industry challenge or problem that people trying to solve in your chosen sector, right? But I did also explain to you about having a genuine curiosity to understand different types of industry sector, different types of organization, where are they located and who works there, do you understand about different department structure, things like that. And these are quite simple research you can do to really increase your commercial awareness around what's actually out there. And that's what employers actually looking for. They're actually expecting you to prove those types of, I guess, opportunity awareness when you are actually interviewing with employers. um, and number two, I did explain to you, no one can make decision for you. Not even your father, mother cannot make perfect decision for you. What you gotta do instead, you really need to spend some time to really explore how you. First of all, you gotta ask this question to yourself. what are my skill set and strengths that I'm really having, okay? What am I actually good at? What are the types of skill set and knowledges, ability that I want to continue to build so that I can actually prepare myself to be really competitive in this industry sector so that I'm actually popular from the employer, that I'm in high demand, right? So doing some self-awareness and ongoing opportunity awareness activities to really have a genuine good understanding on what you have right now, your skill set, your strengths, how can they actually match with what industry people are actually asking for, what they're expecting for you to have, right? So these types of this self-awareness, opportunity awareness activities. I did also explain to you about, yeah, the types of good questions you gotta ask to people, right? It's not about, okay, can you tell me what job title I should focus on? It's not about that. It's really about come up with insightful questions that's gonna help you to make really good informed decision about your future options. So I did try to explain to you about the types of good question you want to ask to people who work as a maybe career coach or career advisor, if that is the types of support you're looking for. I did also teach you with some really good questions that you want to ask the employer and industry people to make really good impression, but also for you, for your own benefits, to have a good understanding about what's actually out there, the real problem challenges that industry people are trying to address and solve. Okay. So now, if you are constantly getting stuck in looking for internships or professional experience because everybody constantly tell you that you need to have some kinds of industry experience before you finish your study. Now, if that is one of your situation, I do have three simple systems that you can implement this week. Very simple three strategies you can implement and action this week that's going to help you to have much better chance to access meaningful professional opportunity you can explore in Australia. Now, if that is the types of strategy you're looking for, what you gotta do is simply just DM me on my Instagram so I can send you this free guide on my three simple system you can implement, or you can just make a comment on my Instagram video post or YouTube on success. Then I'll send you my three simple system you can follow from today.